Hey guys, this is Jim with Jim's Garage, DIY Garage. Can't even think of the own title. Sorry, just got off work. I'd appreciate if you guys could go and like, if you subscribe. Right now I'm pushing 69% of the people viewing my videos never like or subscribe, and if you could hit that little hand, it helps me do content. There's a comment section if you want to see the F350 project, more of the M818. Make some comments, that way I know what you guys want to see. And alright, tube, kind of owe y'all an apology on the last video. Things didn't go right. When I went to go try starting it, she just went crank. I rechecked the battery terminals. I figured, well, I knew they were a little low, charged them, pulled the starter, reconnected and cleaned all the wires. They were pretty clean, and still no start. I dropped the starter, and if you look right there, you can see that piece. And right there, and it's no longer on the truck, and we just got a big ass hole, open spot. Well, turned around, and that's really fun because he'll only get one hand in there at a time, and that's the beast. 66 pounds of, oh, I just decided to take a shit on you. She won't make connection. There's a bearing out in it also, because right there it gets really hard to turn, and it wouldn't turn at all. We got it where it would turn a little bit, but there's a couple hard spots in it. But let me get this set up here. We'll film it. What the hell? I went in. God, this thing's just like super expensive. Well, online. I went and looked and searched so many sites, and finally came across this company, and they offer, well, I ain't gonna tell you. You're just gonna have to wait a minute. Okay, I'm gonna set you down. It's a box in a box. Okay, there's one box. Oh. Go away! Be gone! I'm trying to show you. I really am. They're kind of not helping me progress here. Okay, it's a box in a box. Oh, air packs. Gotta hang on to these just in case we gotta send them back. You thought I was kidding you, didn't you? This makes me start thinking it's one of them, what's that Russian doll? It's just one inside of another, inside of another. I hope they didn't do that to me. If there's another box in here, I'm going to be like, what in the hell? There's our starter test data sheet. I'm sure you guys ain't going to give a rat's ass about that. Get rid of that. Looky there. And you know what's beauty about this? I can pick it up with one hand. You ain't picking up the other one with one hand, because This thing is a beast. It's a direct drive starter. Let's lay it this way. And that way. It's a beast. 66 pounds. 33 pounds. Oh, something weird going on here. Looky that. That is a gear reduction starter. Reason I went with this company, I found this online. Now this is a reman of a reman. Well, they make these things new. They're over $600. And I went on their site and looked on Amazon, and I found this bugger for $179, a reman of a gear reduction. So I figure, you know, it might be worth a try. Because what's the difference if they rebuilt this at one time and I rebuild this? So, the name of the company I went with was DB Electric. They're out of Tennessee. I don't know, I forget how you pronounce it, or if I don't remember if it was Kingston or Kingsport, but I think, you know, so I'll have to look that up, and I'll put that down in the description. But that's what we're gonna go with. We're gonna put that in truck. Should be a lot easier to install, and that's why I didn't get to do the test start for you guys. I do have a fuel cap with an air bung on it, and I was going to pressurize the system, and we were going to start it together, and I just had to cut that video short. I just, when that crapped out, it just kind of did me in. So let's get this bugger installed and cross the fingers and hope it starts. Okay, when you set these up side by side, you'll notice the holes are a little bit different. The hole for the one that we took out is right in between these two ribs right there, and this one's a little over. So these things are pretty easy to clock. You're gonna get yourself organized somehow. I'll never be at that point. Get yourself the Allen wrench. One I'm using is a socket, so ratchet will help. They're not super tight. Now what we're undoing, and it's the same with the old one, get the sun off of it. Well, maybe I need the sun. There's two bolts here, here, and here. Same thing on the new one. You're just gonna pull those out. I'll probably reduce this a little bit so you ain't sitting there watching me pull all of them. Much. This is just gonna spin a little bit. And there we go. Just put them right back in. I gotta finish putting them in. I'll take a ratchet, tighten them down. But just real quick, now you'll see when they're both standing straight up, a little bit better. Still, well, hard saying, they're different heights, but now we're clock. Still a little off, but you're limited because you only got a couple clocking positions here. So, you know, you're limited for what you have available, but it's going to be a lot closer now doing it this way. So I'll get these tightened up. We'll get in the truck, and then we'll get some wiring done. Because, like I said, this is going to mount here. The beauty of this, you can mount it here. You got two holes. There's two holes. You can mount it there, or you can mount it here. I got the most room, so I'm going to mount mine right there. And it takes two 10mm bolts. The starter bolts, the bottom one is 9/16, 12 point, and the top ones are, let's look at what socket we took. That's a 15/16. So there's two 15/16 and the one 9/16, and then we'll be on to the wiring it in and hooking batteries up. I'll hook up my unvented cap so I can pressurize the fuel, push some fuel through, and see if we can't get this dang thing started. Alright, sorry guys, I just couldn't film putting it in. It is in, and you'll see that little camo strap. What I had to do, I put it under the nose, ran it up to the engine hook. So I came from the hook, down around the starter, went up, pulled it in place, tied that strap in place, and then I was able to get all the bolts in. I just couldn't hold that up there and do that like I was hoping to, but so there's just no way I could film that. So all right, I'm gonna get that IMS or whatever the hell that reduction solenoid is, and then we'll get it wired up. So I'll be all right. The wiring is pretty much the same. This stud here had two wires to it. The same two wires go to that one. The front ground stud up here, the same two wires go to it. The only difference is this little wire, how it went to the solenoid, one of these little screws. This is your start wire to energize it, is now going to go on top of, for the IMS, ISP, whatever. I'll have to look again, but this is what energizes this to make sure it gets full voltage. Now, I don't expect it to start, but we'll see if I know what I'm talking about. Just in case it does start, we'll pull this shit out, because it'll be my luck it would start and suck that in. All right. Okay, she turns a whole lot faster. So I might just try giving it a shot of ether. If that don't work, then I'll just come out. I do have a fuel cap like this, but I tore the guts out of it so it's non-venting, and put a air chuck on there, and so I can pressurize. Well, this fuel tank I can't because it's still disconnected, but I can pressurize the other fuel tank and I can push fuel up to it. So all right, right here's where we're at. Let's get some of this shit out of here, and yeah, you ain't gotta be here when I put shit away. I'll be right back. Well, I gave it a quick shot of ether. It caught. Then while it was running, I gave started, then I'll take WD. I mean, it's running now, but just to show, I'll just kind of go like that. Well, I got enough fuel sucked up doing that, there she is. She turns over really fast now. That might solve a lot of my cold start issues with it, because she didn't turn that fast before, and she's really cranking fast now, so I think that's going to be my cold start issues right there. So we got oil pressure, air pressure, bolts are good. Idle's a little bit low. I might go and turn that up, but I'm not done with in the pump yet. But I'd like to see 700-800 RPM at idle. So all right, there's where you are. I'll get this video out, and I hope this helps you. And I do want to say a huge thanks again, DB Electrical out of Tennessee. Let me try getting better. There's a company called Rare Electric, but I really, after reading all their reviews, I was thoroughly unimpressed. And to find where they're, oh, the mosquitoes are out. All right. Contact DB Electrical. There we go. Kingsport, Tennessee is where they're out of. Like I said, I got this starter. They do sell a brand new one versus the Reman, but it's like 600 bucks. This starter at Napa was over 600. I can get one rebuilt. I can get this rebuilt and be 150 into it. But now I have the gear reduction starter, or the deep reduction starter, gear, whatever, I'm tired. I got that for 179. Really spins over fast. So all right, that's where we are. Hope this helps somebody. Again, hey, please push the like button. If you have any comments, hey, shoot them out.